All right, now for this mysterious 2-on-1 reading. Chloe and Jamie, Libra moons. Let's see how this goes. This is going to be a fun adventure. So you can both share. I'm going to be so curious to see if they happen to be the same or similar, related in some way. Your topic, your question, or if you're interested in general. Mine would be general, please, or maybe could be career focused. Mine was relationship, open to whatever comes up. Okay. Color me intrigued as well, Jamie. All right. How on earth am I going to do this? This is like crazy to me. All right. Well, this is going to be a fun time. Let's all see how it goes. There's just like, I'm open to career as well. I'm just seeing as like, there's just like a branch that's connecting the two of you. So I don't know. It's really interesting. Okay. What do Chloe and Jamie need to know? Okay, it's like what's happening here is it's like it's wanting to have them as like two, single forever, definitely no relationship with me. Um, it's like I'm seeing the two of you as separate things, but I just keep seeing like, but there's like a connect, like you're reaching towards each other. What is this? I just suddenly got this song. I don't know if either of you know it or if it's relevant. I'm just gonna share it in case it is. Um, Fine Line by Harry Styles. It's just like the instrumental part. It has a very long instrumental sequence in it towards the end because it's like the finale song. And so it's repeating. So he just keeps repeating the same line over and over again. But then the music behind it is, it feels big, expansive, kind of a little bit of reading number one. And it has the horns going. So like there's like a piece of like celebration, kind of the newness that we have with reading number two. Okay, I'm just gonna follow this and see. Both, I've been single forever too. Okay, so single forever and career stuff. Okay. So what I'm seeing is a basket. Looks like a picnic basket. And the lid's being opened, and it's like you're both, oh my gosh, you're both at the picnic. So you're both sitting there at the picnic, and you're looking inside, and you're trying to find the thing that you want to snack on. So it's like Jamie like goes for an apple and Chloe's like, I want a charcuterie board and like the wine. This is just like the visual. It's like each of you are just kind of you're reaching for certain things and they're all complementary and they go with each other. Because also of course they were packed in the same basket. Like there's you don't just put random things in a basket. You want things that taste good and are going with each other. So you're each reaching in, you're grabbing the thing that you want, but also if it's like the thing that you think that you need, which might not be the thing that you need. It could be like reading number two, you're going for the thing that's habit. And maybe you could try something else, try something a little bit different. Try a new tactic, try a new approach. Which area of life are we talking about with this picnic? Feels like we're talking, actually, interestingly enough, um, it feels like we're talking about more of like career stuff. Feels like this is like bigger picture. This is bigger picture life arc decision making. This is how this is coming across. Life arc decision making. What are my patterns? How am I thinking about things? How am I approaching my choices? Are these healthy choices? It's like questions that you're asking yourself. Is this the right decision? Should I be doing this? Why am I doing it? I'm just like getting like question after question after. I just realized I'm talking to two Libra moons. Okay, this makes sense to me. Okay, that's funny. Um, all right, so all right, I'm getting to sidebar on, yeah, exactly. I'm getting to sidebar for a second on detour into Chloe for a second. So I'm seeing a checklist. It's itemized. It's what are the things I'm looking for? What are the things I want? This feels like this is career and relationship. It's like knowing the things that you want, knowing the things that make the most sense for you. This is applying to both. So this is career and relationships. What really fits you? How can you be lit up by that environment? How can you be inspired? How can you make sure that you feel creative, that you can expand, that you can really, hmm, something about the quality of the connections that you're having. So if we're talking about through work, it could be relationship with a manager or team, or if you are a leader, like whatever the circumstances are. But then similarly, quality of your relationship with one-on-one relationships. There's something about the quality, the nature of the relationships that you are having in both circumstances. Jamie, I'm going through the same exact thing. Okay. This is why they're related to each other. It's like I was saying, as I was seeing images and like the two of you are reaching towards each other. So even though I'm doing a sidebar, it makes sense, Jamie, if you're connecting. Um, Thinking about the quality, the nature of your relationships and what is the quality of them that we should be paying attention to. I'm just seeing like a string being tied. It's like being wrapped, it's being intertwined. Is it intertangled? Is it getting in knots? Is it this idea of that you can be the expressions of like being tangled up in something? Sometimes that's like in a good way. It's like, oh wow, you're like really wrapped up in it. It's close knit. Again, it's visuals of like strings like coming together. But then it cannot. It can when it over tangles, when it over entwines, then it's getting in knots and then it's being contorted. And that's when you have some of the like the people pleasing and like other things, like appeasing someone. I've been distancing myself from those that are not matching my energy. Releasing and letting go. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. This is definitely what we were talking about at the end of the first reading. Clearing some people out for shedding as you are taking up more space. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about with these knots. It's like having to untangle them. Like I got into a knot with this person. This is no longer working. Our strings are not woven together in tandem, creating a tapestry. This is becoming an issue. I need to pull myself out of this so I can remember who I am, what my values are. Reading number 2, value of my time, what I am offering, what I'm getting out of it. So continuing to do this work, this is definitely validation for doing that. Wonderful, wonderful. I still want to know what is some, I feel like there's more about like the nature of these relationships and like what's going on with these people versus just like tendencies and how you're interacting with them or like getting lost in it a little bit. I'm getting like if they're like extra authoritative. So if they are scolding you, telling you what to do, like ordering you around, then in some ways maybe you're like, oh, good, like someone who knows what they want and can instruct me so I don't have to decide. Like that kind of feels nice, but there's a fine line. There's a fine line between that and you not having autonomy and you not being able to take charge and make that decision and go forward with the path that you want, not what they want out of appeasing them. That feels like that's the thing we're talking about here. My emotions move through cycles and connect me to my truth. So funny that we're talking about these Libra moons. So here we go. Understanding things are impermanent. Things change. Things have cycles. There's beginnings. There's endings. So it includes your emotions, your emotional state. Obviously, the moon being in Libra, this is representing your emotional state and processing in particular. And we've been talking about like all of these Libra things. So this makes a lot of sense. Connecting to your truth, your inner truth. Who are you when you are your most vulnerable, when you are your most authentic, when you are standing in your authority of your wants and desires and saying, this is the thing that's for me. What is it like when you live your life from that perspective? What does that do? Resonates so much. This makes so much sense. Why we were in the same reading? I'm in the same process. Chloe, not speaking up for how I'm feeling and just brushing it under the carpet. Mine is more with family members, to be honest. No more people pleasing. Yes. Okay. So again, connection, still the expectation is you're still in this, but pivoting, if you will, to Jamie. Um, okay, so I'm just seeing a big tree now. And it has these really, it's like a really intricate, tangled looking bark and really vast roots. And it's like so massive and it really stands out in the woods that it's in. Like all the other trees are like little sticks. And this one is, it's so old and so like mystical feeling. And maybe this is some of the card number one, like attention. It's like this tree draws the eye. This tree is, it feels different. It feels big. It feels like it is literally taking up space across the ground, in the air, in the sky. And the attention is being drawn to the root, what's grounding, what's beneath. We see a root when we walk past the tree, but it goes deeper. My ears just popped. It goes deeper. Like the roots aren't just what we see, they keep going down in the earth. This is an old tree. How far did these roots extend? How deep are your roots? Is this roots with yourself or people? We're still talking about kind of all the above. Both of these readings are like, you're being asked to kind of think about your relationships in career, in one-on-one, in your life overall. It seems like that's more of just like the general theme here, and especially as Libras, makes sense. What are your roots? How deep do they extend? That's what keeps coming up. I'm wondering if either of you have your moon in your fourth house. Just keep getting over and over. How deep do your roots go? How deep? Could be. I was literally just about to say grounding. Could be grounding practice. I've been working a lot on grounding and exploring my spiritual roots. Wow, okay, Jamie, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yes, that it feels really supportive. Like this feels like this is like so glad you're doing this. Like it really is a commanding looking tree. Like it just really takes up space. And I wonder if this question of like how deep do the roots go is like the more that you keep grounding, the more you're being asked to like keep going, like keep not digging, not that you're digging up the tree, but like keep uncovering, like keep understanding that reach and like what it's connecting to. And it does feel like some of it is in ancestry. That's why I was asking about like fourth house stuff. or what's going on with Cancer in your chart as well, either of those. What is this saying? Like, what do you need to know for how you're operating in your relationships and how you're engaging with other people? What do you need to know for this? This work is private. That's how it's coming in. This is really, really intentional, meaningful, long-term work. You don't have to share every second of what you're uncovering, what you're learning with everyone. You are the butterfly. You're in the cocoon, the caterpillar in the cocoon. You are doing your learning, things that you are sharing. Oh my gosh, and then you literally just sent the butterfly as I said that. I've been uncovering some really deep connections. It's a very internal thing. Exactly. That's this, it just feels like this is a thing that you are owning, that you are working on, that you are sitting in, you are cocooned in, you are incubating, going through that metamorphosis process as the butterfly. And it's okay not to be, unlike reading number one, it's okay not to be walking around telling everybody the things you're uncovering and sharing it and having people bear witness to it. They don't need to bear witness to it right this second. They can bear witness when you're out, when you're done, when you're coming out of that cocoon, chrysalis, and you are on the other side. Chloe resonates. Wonderful. So when you get to the other side, then I see the butterfly, and the butterfly is flying, and it goes over to this big tree, and it lands, I have chills, and it lands on one of the branches that's extended. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. You both are picnicking underneath the tree. Oh, okay, I love this. So the butterfly is up there. So I was seeing that the butterfly landed, and then I was zoomed out all of a sudden, and then I saw the two of you. That's where you were having your picnic. So like that butterfly is like overhead. I'm getting some line. I don't know if I have the words right, but it's something to the effect of like, even though the butterfly has wings, it needs to, it always needs somewhere to land. Like it needs to ground too. So even though butterflies are meant to be flying, they're also meant to go to the flowers. They're meant to stop. They're meant to connect with nature and ground somewhere versus always flying. Oh, this is also great as well. We're talking about Libras, that's air energy. So yeah, there's just, we keep getting pulled back to some of that stuff over and over and over again. So it's just a reminder of like, even as you're taking flight, even as you're exploring, and as you are venturing to new heights, as you are uncovering your, we've been talking about, I think, all of the elements. We're heavy on talking about earth elements and air. So I would be curious to know like your big threes and if you have, stelliums or concentrations there, but it seems like we have that parallel going on. There's like a lot of earth and a lot of air happening. So that I was bringing up Cancer, which is water sign, but I'm missing the fire piece here. Other than that, it kind of comes up in the second reading, which I was talking about. So even butterflies need somewhere to land. Even they need to ground, even though they're meant, quote unquote, meant for the sky. They have to land sometimes. So keeping that in mind as you get to the other side, the grounding practices have to continue. They can just happen in like more bite-sized pieces. They can happen a little less intensely, and it's because the butterfly will need to fly, but every once in a while, it's going to need to take a break. It's going to need to refuel. It's hungry. It needs to ground. It needs to connect. It needs to go hang out with other butterflies. One tiny thing before I flip the card over. What is it? Something about, it's about the refueling piece. So now I'm getting water. So I'm getting like the water imagery stuff coming in here. So the refueling, how you are refueling may change when you come out on the other side. So yes, important to ground in some of the ways that you are now, just doing them in smaller pieces. But then your fuel, your energy source, the things that you are consuming are changing, ensuring that those are still spiritually minded. They're still aligned with the person you are, the person that you want to be, what you want to bring to your relationships, what you want to leave behind. To know that's the old version of me. I'm this new person and this new being. I am this butterfly now. I am no longer the caterpillar. Butterflies can still grow. They can still learn things. We're not finished. We're not a finished product. And that's because how we learn is from what we're consuming, what our habits and practices are. Where are we choosing to fly? Those are our choices. That's our free will. Which flowers are we choosing to land on? What nectar are we consuming? How often? So there's just a different level of assessment when you get out. So it's a reminder to be really intentional. Gosh. Interconnected with a steady mind. We love talking about the mind. I am connected to our collective experience. What a perfect card for a my first ever 2-on-1 reading. The fact that the two of you are connected to each other. With a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. Normally when I see this card, it's like tapping into the collective energy, like what's going on with everyone, what's going on with the universe, like what's like culture, society, what's like the masses, what are the masses doing? Versus like, oh, the collective, like it's like your family unit or friends. It's like, this is big. This is like really thinking bigger. So also makes sense, Jamie talking about like the spiritual work. This is because the ladies has her third eye activated. So it's really connecting. It's connecting to your intuition as well. The moon also intuitive. Cancer ruled by the moon is an intuitive sign. So there is a little bit of a thread there, a little bit of an intuitive undertone happening. So if either or both of you are doing spiritual work, intuitive work, connection. Oh my, I just realized both of these words say connect on them. This is perfect for my Libra moons. My emotions move through cycles and connect me to my truth. Connect down here. And then this is literally the interconnected card. With a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. Connected. 2 cards about connection. So important for Libras. Libra moons, it's like that connection, the sense of connection with other people makes you feel safe, grounded, secure. So when you have bonds that are working well, that are operating, when you can be in connection with yourself, with each other, with the world at large, with your emotions, all of the above. That's that big old tree grounding you, connecting out to the world, connecting to the sky, connecting to your history and your ancestry, connecting to each other, having that little picnic under the tree, connecting to air, flight, expansion, growth, your autonomy. Who am I? What's my value? Woo, people! What a reading. This is so cool. Love this. The pauses seem to be so important. They definitely are. I just completed my master's last month. Congrats! In Reiki. Oh, great. Okay, then yes. Okay, this totally makes sense for you as well. So you're both doing some energetic spiritual work. Had so many spiritual experiences lately, have not shared many with others, connecting with spirit. Great. Okay, you both are totally on the same journey. Maybe link up. Maybe you can have a real picnic. The 2 cards about connection were connected to reinforce the message. Yes. So many big things happening internally for me with the collective energy. This has been so good. This was fun. This was like, again, I have never done a reading like this before. I knew something weird was going to happen with the 3rd card again. Wow. What a fun little like container to have the the two of you and then you're both relating and then having this overlap. That was just like cool for me to observe. So I don't know. I think what's happening here, I think I'm having like a shift with these classes. And I think that's why I keep having something be disrupted with this third card. It's kind of like pushing me to be doing something like this, that it's like totally innovating. I've never done something like that before. And it worked out and it totally made sense with everybody involved. And we got some really great messages. Thank you. I'm a bit at a loss for words for how to describe. Oh, well, Jamie, I am so glad that we got this take two because whatever was going to come through that last time when I was trying to read you, I feel like this is so much better. This is like, oh, it's like it wasn't meant to be before. That you had to like get kicked off the call and not come back in so that you and Chloe could have this fun little container because this was really, really interesting.